How else is the world of the digital circus connected to our real world? And what crazy hints did we get from the developers about the second series? Glitch has just posted a new post that tells us a lot about something. Remember, in the last video, I asked you to go to the official YouTube channel Glitch to like the post in which they promised to open the door to the room Pomni. So they did it, and we have access to her territory. We can see in it a bunch of curtains that are usually hung on the most appreciative and honorable territory. Pomni's room is just that, because thanks to this girl, Cain can hope for salvation and liberation from imprisonment in his image. And in order to please Pomni, Cain creates for her all the conditions in which she will feel comfortable living in a digital circus. And she will not have the desire to constantly escape. By the way, the place of honor is actually in the honor zone, right at the top of the circus. Here you see the room into which the spiral staircase leads. That's where our girl will live. Yes, it may seem rather uncomfortable for her to have such an excess of attention, but she will quickly get used to it. Let's go back to the pomni room. In addition to the usual elements, such as non-living NPCs, we can see a chest of drawers, the presence of which I already mentioned in the last series. It symbolizes that the characters will have the opportunity to change clothes, which means we will see them in other images, and it's insanely cool. And what about the mirror? Do you also see a window there through which you can escape? No one has windows to the room, but Pomni has. But what is it for? And everything is simple here. The girl's tasks will include tracking the time of day, and in this window, she will be able to look to determine what is now, day or night. But what if suddenly Cain is not as conscientious as we think? Suddenly he will keep an eye on the sleeping Pomni. It's really creepy and weird. Have you ever thought that the digital circus is a reflection of our reality? For example, the developers clearly make this clear to us using the example of the characters. Pomni is a naive and kind girl who is drawn to knowledge but is afraid of everything. Pomni is a reflection of something new, like a child in our world. The child also appears in a world that is incomprehensible to himself and cannot understand how he got here and what happened before. Children are also drawn to new knowledge and the unknown, but they are also afraid of something incomprehensible. But Jax, in our world, is an arrogant person who longs to satisfy only his needs, going over their heads and mocking the rest. Nowadays, this topic has become so popularized that it becomes uncomfortable. The developers dislike such people the most, which is why they want to get rid of Jax in the second series of the digital circus. But then, why did Kaufmo disperse and not Jax? It's simple. Kaufmo carried a collective image of a kind person who understood all the hopelessness of modernity and just wanted to escape from it and be free. Unfortunately, like with us, no one will make you completely free, and you will turn into a strange person for everyone who only knows the truth. But because of information brainwashing, no one believes him and considers him strange. Have you noticed how many people who mask their emotions, feelings, interests just to fit in with society? There is also such a character in the cartoon. Do you find similarities? Write the name of this character in the cartoon in the comments if you agreed. And what happens if Pomni still can't come to terms with her fate and decides to run away? That's what then? Glitch can't just dispel the most important character of the franchise, most likely. Soon we will see a girl already in our world, completely tired and scared, because it's impossible to escape from the digital circus, as Cain claims. From the small details throughout the video, you can understand that Ragatha can also stop pleasing us with her appearance in the new series because she touched Kaufmo and seems to have become infected with something. And Cain's attitude towards her leaves much to be desired. But why remove such an expensive and exceptionally positive character from a cartoon? There are two theories. The first one that contradicts Glitch's policies and judgments. They position the characters as a reflection of real people, and the most important and best way is Ragatha. But because of one aspect, everything collapses. Have you seen the way Ragatha looks at Cain? Yes, unfortunately, Ragatha is in love with Cain. But what's wrong with that, you ask? because Cain needs love that will save him from his parent, namely from his punishment. But Ragatha has been in this place for a long time, and her charms of a living person have disappeared, and she cannot give him exactly that, although she may madly love him. But Pomni can still, because she only recently found herself in this place, and her human aura is not absorbed by the digital circus, and Cain still has the opportunity. But what if Ragatha doesn't just agree that her lover suddenly switched from one girl to another? Ragatha may start to stir up Pomni for stealing a man from her and try to harm the new girl somehow. But Cain will stand up for Pomni at the very moment when Ragatha attacks her, and as a result, Ragatha will lose the fight. What if we follow the second theory? Incomprehensible organizations begin to rise and strengthen above the developers, which do not allow Glitch to demonstrate the problems of the modern world to the fullest. Therefore, Glitch can safely remove Ragatha from our field of view and exclude this character from their cartoon. Why did I think someone was standing over Glitch? And just look at how many views there are in the first series, 267 million views. They were definitely noticed by someone we don't want to know about. In the pilot issue, we again see a lot of hints for the next part. If you are interested in theories and plausible facts about the universe of the digital circus, then subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of interesting things. Well, we come to the latest theory. The theory concerns our beloved Kofmo, who must regain his former image at the expense of Cain's magic, who will receive new divine power from an unknown object that he touches, and after a powerful discharge, will receive incredible power that can resurrect people. Cain will do this because of his good attitude towards Kofmo. After all the characters said only affectionate and kind things about this character. Cain will do this for fear of losing control of the situation, and that all friends will escape from the world and turn into monsters that will chase Cain in order to absorb him and make him like himself. Cain can also do this simply out of kindness and according to his program, which the developers laid down for him. These were all the theories for today. About the ones I wanted to tell you. If you were interested and you learned something new, then like and subscribe to the channel and do not forget to write a comment. Well, I say goodbye to you, but only for the next video. Bye for everyone.